Hyperinflation is like inflation, but much worse. Hyperinflation hit Germany in the 1930s and people's life savings became worthless. Germany was blamed for starting World War I, so they were forced to pay billions of dollars to the Allied countries. Germany just finished paying off their debt about 2 weeks ago. Germany owed over 6 billion euros, which would be billions and billions of dollars in American money. Bread cost too much for anyone to buy, so people burned their money for warmth. This map is showing how far away we live from Germany. The total journey is 3,800 miles across the whole Atlantic Ocean. In these next few videos, we'll be showing you some short interviews. They are from various people giving you info about how many people know about inflation.
Hey, what is inflation to you?
Inflation is a general rise in prices in a given economy.
Hey Cole, what is inflation to you?
Yeah, I have no idea what inflation is.
Do you know anything about the Germany inflation?
And that it was Germany and it was inflated.
What is inflation to you?
Inflation to me is when you used to buy a loaf of bread for $1 a couple years ago, now it's $5. The value of the dollar is much lower.
Do you know anything about the German inflation?
No. German inflation today?
No, after World War I.
No. I have no idea.
Okay. What is inflation to you?
To me, inflation means it's an economic phenomenon that occurs when the consumption of goods decreases, and it drives the prices of goods up because the demand is low, and it creates a situation that's negative for the economy.
Okay. And do you know anything about the German inflation after World War I?
I don't know anything specifically about that. I would assume that the war had some impact on the economy, and perhaps consumption was down and it drove prices up, and it had some negative impact on their economy.
Okay.
What is inflation?
Inflation is when the price of goods goes up.
What do you know about Germany inflation after World War I?
After World War I, there was hyperinflation in Germany.
What is inflation?
Inflation is when the price of goods and all the price of goods in the economy goes all the way up because the government keeps giving money into the economy, therefore making the currency go down.
Do you know anything about Germany inflation after World War I?
Germany experienced hyperinflation when the inflation got so bad that the currency was nothing and people were carrying money in wheelbarrows.
Three out of four people knew what inflation was. Back in the 20s and 30s, not as many people knew what inflation is. That's why it happened. We believe that now too many people know about inflation, so it will not happen. If we interviewed 4 people about inflation in the 20s, we bet that 3 would not know what it is. Here's some pictures from the hyperinflation in Germany. These kids are making a castle out of money. Each one of those blocks is a stack of hundreds of bills. This amount of money was only worth about 0.37 of a euro, which equals 50 cents. This guy is using money as wallpaper because he has no other use for it. This person is burning money. It's better to burn money than use it because of the hyperinflation. People began to spend it immediately in an effort to avoid losing purchasing power.